Hello, beasties. Lovely to see you again. Are you behaving yourself? You are. I hope your mummies and daddies think the same thing. Well, when I was speaking to the fairy godmother, I was talking about the magic that you all hold in your hearts and in your imagination. So your imagination is the most powerful thing that you will ever have. And I'm going to read you a story to prove it. This story is called Billy's Bucket. You may have read it before, you may not. But Billy wanted a bucket and he uses his immense imagination to bring it to life. So I'm going to read all the way through that for you today. I'm going to read it for you today. Are you ready? Billy's Bucket by Kes Gray and Garry Parsons. Very talented writers. So Billy was a little boy and it was his birthday. "Can I have a bucket for my birthday?" asked Billy. Billy's dad looked up from his newspaper. "A bucket? You don't want a bucket for your birthday? Nobody has buckets for their birthday." "Why don't they?" asked Billy. "Because, Billy," explained his mum, buckets are far too buckety to be a birthday present. But, you see, Billy was strong. Billy wouldn't be persuaded. "Please, can I have a bucket?" he asked. "Have a bike," said his dad. "Would you prefer a bike or a bucket?" "Or some new trainers," said his mum. "Or a computer game." He shook his head. "I want a bucket," said Billy. "Oh, all right," said his dad. "You can have a bucket for your birthday." "Yippee!" shouted Billy. The next day, Billy and his mum and dad went to Buckets Are Us. There were buckets of buckets at Buckets Are Us. Rubber buckets, plastic buckets, metal buckets, garden buckets, farm buckets, builder's buckets, seaside buckets, and even football buckets. Billy's mum and dad followed Billy up and down every single aisle. "What sort of bucket are you looking for?" they asked. "I don't know," said Billy, "but I'll know it when I see it." Have you ever done that before? You just don't know what you want, but when you see it, you do know. Billy looked long and hard at every single bucket on every single shelf. "There it is," he shouted excitedly. "That's the one I want, right up there. 19 shelves up, 78 along from the left." Billy's mum and dad got someone to help them. "They all look the same to me," said the shop assistant. "No, that one's special," said Billy excitedly. He knows what he wants, doesn't he? When Billy got home, he ran straight into the kitchen and filled the bucket with water. Splashed it full. That's what you do with a bucket, isn't it? Oh, he looked into the bucket. "Wow," said Billy, peering inside his bucket. "I can see a rock pool with crabs and seaweed and little shrimpy things." His dad laughed. "Of course you can, Billy," smiled his dad. "Wowee," said Billy. "I just saw a shark." "Of course you did, Billy, love," laughed his mum. "Guess what I've seen now?" said Billy, sitting down for his birthday tea. "I've seen a stingray and some clownfish and a huge shoal of barracuda. And I think I've seen a mermaid. But it might have been a big herring." "Of course you have, Billy," laughed his dad. Billy carried his bucket to the lounge. "What's in your bucket at the moment, Billy?" chuckled his dad. "2 submarines and a pilchard," said Billy. "Oh, what's in your bucket now, love?" giggled his mum. 7 sea lions and a walrus," said Billy. "Of course they are, Billy," laughed his mum and dad. Billy was still staring into his bucket at bedtime. Billy's dad nudged his wife and winked. Billy, is it all right if we borrow your bucket to mix up some wallpaper paste tomorrow?" Billy looked up from his bucket and frowned. No, it's not. There's dolphins in my buckets at the moment. You must never borrow my bucket. Billy's mum waited a few moments and winked at her husband. Billy, is it all right if we borrow your bucket to water the roses with tomorrow? Billy looked up from his bucket, shook his head. There are 2 scuba divers in my bucket at the moment. You must never, ever borrow my bucket. Billy's dad chuckled to himself and waited a few more moments. Billy, is it all right if I borrow your bucket to clean the car tomorrow? Billy looked up from his bucket and sighed. Oh, no, it isn't all right. There's a coral reef in my bucket at the moment. You must never, ever, ever borrow my bucket. What an imagination, laughed Billy's mum and dad. Time for bed. Billy put his bucket away and went upstairs. Thanks for a lovely birthday, he said, and the best present in the world. Oh dear, this is where mums and dads sometimes don't listen. When Billy woke up the next morning, he got dressed quickly and ran downstairs to play with his bucket. But it wasn't there. I wonder where it is. Shall we see? Oh my goodness. He found a whale on the driveway. I told you not to borrow my bucket, said Billy. It took Billy's mum and dad 6 hours, 3 fire engines, 4 cranes and a shoehorn to get the whale back into the bucket. They never borrowed Billy's bucket again. You see, his imagination was so powerful that it brought things to life, just like you can with your imaginations, children. Do you know who's going to be looking after this world in about 20 or 30 years? Do you know? Shall I tell you? It's going to be you. All of you. You're going to be looking after this world, and you must promise me that you will look after it. Do you think you could do that? Because if you look after it, it will always be a beautiful place, especially if you use your imaginations, because that is your magic. Now then, I hope you enjoyed the story. I've got to go and have tea with the fairy godmother, unfortunately. She talks too much, but you know that already, don't you? But it's been lovely talking to you. Be good for your mummies and daddies, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, beasties. This time I can get the last word. Bye-bye, beasties. See you later.